Welcome back to my Dream Academy. Guys, today we will start our new topic, that is the transport of gases. So here we will discuss about transport of oxygen, transport of carbon dioxide, oxyhemoglobin association curve, oxyhemoglobin dissociation curve. Right now everything we can discuss like that. So guys, if we are talking about the transport of gases, so you know guys, there are two type of the gases, transport of oxygen and transport of carbon dioxide. Right now transport of oxygen and transport of carbon dioxide. So guys, this transport of oxygen completed by two phases. First, 97% of oxygen bind with hemoglobin and form HbO2 oxyhemoglobin. So 97% of the oxygen transported in form of oxyhemoglobin, and the remaining 3% of oxygen dissolved in plasma. 3% of oxygen dissolved in plasma. Right now dissolved in plasma. Now if we are talking about transportation of carbon dioxide, so carbon dioxide transported, guys, here like 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide bind with hemoglobin. What guys, 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide bind with hemoglobin, and it form the carba amino hemoglobin, right guys? About what? About the 7% of carbon dioxide dissolved in plasma, and 70% of carbon dioxide transported in form of bicarbonate ion. Right now, so transportation of oxygen completed by two phases, like 97% of oxygen transported in form of what get oxyhemoglobin, right now, and 3% of oxygen dissolved in plasma. If we are talking about carbon dioxide, so 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide bind with hemoglobin and form carba amino hemoglobin. 7% of carbon dioxide dissolved in plasma, and 70% of carbon dioxide transported in form of the bicarbonate ion. Guys, the important point, the transportation of the gases depends upon following things. What guys? Depends upon following things. What first important point is what guys? Transportation of gases depends upon the thickness of membrane, right now. Second important point is what guys? Transportation of gases depends upon the solubility of gases, and third important point is what guys? Transportation of gases depends upon concentration, or you can say pressure gradient, right now. So thickness of membrane, solubility of gases, pressure gradients, it's the most important things right now for the transportation of the gases. For example guys, solubility of gases. So guys, you know very well, that is what? That is a carbon dioxide more soluble in where guys? More soluble in a water molecule, So what guys? About the 20 to 30 times more soluble, If we are talking about concentration gradient, pressure gradient, so always gas will be transported from where guys? From higher concentration gradient to lower concentration gradient, from higher concentration to where guys? Lower concentration or pressure gradient, right now. So this is what guys? This is an important thing. So let's we discuss right now how carbon dioxide and how oxygen will be transport right now. So let's we start and discuss about of the transportation process, right? Okay. So guys, if we are talking about what? This is what? This is about what guys? This is about of the alveoli of the lungs, right now. What we are saying is this is called the alveoli of the lungs. So guys, here partial pressure of oxygen is 104 mmHg in alveoli region. You know very well. What guys? 104 mmHg. Second is what guys? Partial pressure of carbon dioxide here. What guys? That is called the 40 mmHg. Right now. Okay. Now let's we discuss about this one is known as a what guys? This is called, we are talking about the RBC right now. So this is what guys? This is a RBC, and this is known as a tissue. Listen carefully guys. This is about what guys? About of the tissue is there. Clear guys? This one is known as a oxygenated case right now, and this is known as a what? This is called the deoxygenated right now. Okay. Now this is what guys, this is a RBC. Okay, now listen carefully. In case of the oxygenated, here partial pressure of oxygen is what guys, that is a 95 mm Hg, 95 mm Hg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 40 mm Hg, right? In case of the deoxygenated, here partial pressure of oxygen, is 40 mm Hg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 45 mm Hg, right? In case of the tissue gas, partial pressure of oxygen is 40 mm Hg, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is what guys, that is called the 45 mm Hg, right now. Okay, so guys, what I said, the transportation of gas depends upon the concentration or pressure gradient, thickness of the membrane, solubility of the gases, right now. Okay, so guys, here in case of the alveoli, the partial pressure of oxygen is what guys, 104 mm Hg. Here is what guys, partial pressure of oxygen is 95 mm Hg, right now. So it will be moved from higher concentration to lower concentration area. So oxygen will be what guys, oxygen will be moved toward the blood, right now. Diffusion of oxygen occur. So guys, what will be happen in RBC region, you know very well, here hemoglobins are present. So this oxygen, 97% of oxygen bind with what guys, bind with hemoglobin, and it form what, it form HbO2, means oxyhemoglobin. Now this oxyhemoglobin will be what guys, it will be dissociate in form of oxygen as well as what guys, hemoglobin. So this dissociated oxygen is what guys, it will be diffused into the tissue region, guys. If we are saying about what guys, about the transport of the carbon dioxide, so carbon dioxide in tissue region is what, 45 mm Hg. So it will transport from higher concentration to lower concentration area, right now. So carbon dioxide will be what guys, transport, clear. So here carbon dioxide, first what I said guys, 23% of carbon dioxide average, means what, 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide, 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide bind with hemoglobin and form what guys, it form the carba-amino hemoglobin. What form guys, carba-amino hemoglobin, right? Now again guys, 7% of carbon dioxide, you know, dissolved in plasma. Now major part of carbon dioxide, what I said, 20 to 30 times carbon dioxide soluble in where guys, in a water. So now this carbon dioxide form what guys, it form H2CO3. What form guys, H2CO3. Now what will be happen guys, after that formation of H2CO3, it will be what guys, it will be dissociate in the presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase, and it dissociate in form of the H plus ion as well as what guys, bicarbonate, right now, bicarbonate. Now what will be happen guys, this is about of the 70% of carbon dioxide transported in form of the bicarbonate ion. Now guys, this hydrogen will be what, it move from RBC to where guys, RBC to plasma region. This is known as a what guys, it is called the efflux. It is known as a what, it is called the efflux of hydrogen. When H plus will be what guys, move from RBC to where, plasma region, then what will be happen guys, buffer of RBC will be disturbed. During that time, how we maintain the buffer of RBC, during that time we transfer the chloride ion from plasma to RBC. This is known as a what guys, this is called the chloride shift. What we can say guys, this is called chloride shift, or you can say influx of chloride, right now. Listen guys, in a plasma region, sodium and potassium always present, right now. Now here bicarbonate is there, right now. Now this bicarbonate bind with sodium and potassium and form sodium bicarbonate as well as what guys, potassium bicarbonate. What they form guys, it form the, when it will bind, when bicarbonate bind with what guys, sodium, right now, then what they form, it form the sodium bicarbonate, or when it bind with what guys, bind with potassium. Now what will be happen guys, this bicarbonate when bind with potassium, it form what guys, it form the potassium bicarbonate, right? So carbon dioxide transported in form of the sodium bicarbonate as well as a potassium bicarbonate. So what I said guys, that is a partial pressure of oxygen in alveoli is higher, right? In case of what guys, in case of the oxygenated case, partial pressure of oxygen is 95 mmHg. So gas transported from higher concentration to lower concentration area. Is it clear or not guys? Now finally oxygen comes and here RBC contain what, hemoglobin. So it bind with hemoglobin, form oxyhemoglobin. It will be dissociate and oxygen diffuse into the tissue. For the carbon dioxide gas, 20-25% of carbon dioxide bind with hemoglobin, and what guys, it form the carboamino hemoglobin right now. Okay, now guys 70% of the carbon dioxide transported in form of the bicarbonate ion. So this is a carbon dioxide is what guys, carbon dioxide react with water molecule and form H2CO3. Now it will be dissociate and form what guys, H plus and bicarbonate. Guys, the important point, this H plus will be moved from RBC to plasma. So when H plus will be moved from RBC region, then what will happen guys, pH of RBC will be, means buffer of RBC will be disturbed. So how to maintain the buffer guys? So we can shift the chloride ion from plasma to RBC. So it will maintain the buffer. So this is known as an influx of chloride when efflux of hydrogen ion occur, H plus ion occur. Then what occur? Influx of chloride means what? Chloride shift will be occur, right? So it is known as a chloride shift. And after that guys, this bicarbonate SCO3 bind with what? Sodium or potassium and form sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate. So means carbon dioxide transported in form of the sodium bicarbonate as well as what guys? Potassium bicarbonate. So this is what guys, it is a transport of gases. Right now in next video we'll discuss about what guys, graph, what is the oxyhemoglobin association curve, what is oxyhemoglobin dissociation curve. So have a nice day guys, we will meet in next video.